Adventure Isekai hits differently, and today we're diving straight into the wildest worlds, craziest monsters, and most chaotic heroes anime has ever thrown at us. Buckle up, because these 10 Isekai adventures bring pure hype, chaos, and blessed nonsense. Kicking off with number 10, Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill. Let's start light, wholesome, and dangerously delicious. Campfire Cooking in Another World follows Makuda, the most aggressively average hero ever summoned. While everyone else gets edgy weapons or divine blessings, this guy gets an Amazon Prime cheat ability. Yep, his superpower is basically online shopping with free shipping, and somehow it turns him into the world's most sought-after chef/accidental powerhouse. The man cooks one meal, and suddenly legendary monsters are lining up like it's Black Friday. The real MVP here? Fell, the gigantic Fenrir who bullies Makoda into becoming his personal chef. And by bully, I mean he eats enough food to bankrupt a small kingdom. The best part is how laid back the story feels. No destiny prophecy, no edgy cliches, just Makuda cooking meals so overpowered they actually break the economy. Adventurers smell his food and act like they're about to throw hands for a taste. Sliding to number 9, The Rising of the Shield Hero. Now we jump from cozy meals to pure rage fuel. Shield Hero loves emotional damage the way shonen anime love power-ups. Now Fumi gets summoned as one of 4 cardinal heroes, and everything seems cool until bam! He gets betrayed faster than the Wi-Fi drops during an anime binge. This show does not hold back. Now Fumi's reputation tanks in the first episode. People treat him like dirt, and he has to grind his way up with nothing but a shield and trauma. And let's talk about that shield. It starts weak, but every new form is like a revenge upgrade pack. My guy goes from depressed university student to medieval Batman with better armor. Then there's Raftalia, the real heart of the show. She grows from a scared kid to a sword-swinging queen who carries the emotional stability of the entire party. Philo joins later as chaotic burb energy, delivering kicks strong enough to send grown men into orbit. Landing on number 8, So I'm a Spider, so what? This anime said, forget reincarnating as a hero, you're a tiny spider in a murder dungeon, good luck. And honestly, that premise alone deserves applause. Our protagonist, Kumoko, wakes up as a literal spider and immediately has to fight for her life because the dungeon ecosystem is built like Elden Ring on hard mode. Kumoko's inner monologue carries the entire show. She's funny, chaotic, sarcastic, and somehow optimistic, while everything around her wants to eat her. Every power-up she gets feels earned because she goes through actual suffering. Not anime character suffering. I mean real, I'm getting roasted alive by a dragon today suffering. And the skill progression? Peak entertainment. The girl goes from running away from frogs to becoming a walking natural disaster. Meanwhile, the human side of the story adds layers of political schemes, reincarnated classmates, and questionable choices that make you squint at the screen like, wait, are you all okay? Looking at number 7, Grimgar, Ashes and Illusions. Grimgar is the anime that said, oh, you like Isekai? Cool. What if we made it emotionally devastating? There's no flashy stats, no cheat abilities, no OP reincarnation. Just a group of scared teens thrown into a world that feels terrifyingly real. This show is slow, but intentionally so. The pacing lets you live with the characters, their fear, confusion, awkward bonding moments, and their tiny victories. When they fight goblins, it's not some power fantasy. It's gritty, messy, and honestly stressful, because these goblins fight like they've been doing CrossFit for 10 years. Haruhiro starts off as the timid background character, but slowly becomes a leader through necessity, grief, and growth. The party dynamics are incredible. Everyone has strengths, flaws, and moments where you just want to hug them or yell at them. Dropping down to number 6, Log Horizon. Here's the political mastermind of Isekai. Forget swing sword, defeat boss. Log Horizon said, let's negotiate, rewrite the economy, and strategically eliminate threats with spreadsheets. And somehow it's hype. Shiro is the kind of protagonist who could take over a continent using only a notebook and passive-aggressive silence. He's not a warrior or a hothead. He's a strategist who wins battles 3 steps before they start. That alone separates this series from the usual Isekai crowd. The best part? The world actually feels lived in. NPCs have depth, factions have agendas, and cities have their own culture. The show dives into politics, economics, guild conflicts, and the social reality of being trapped in a game world. Rolling up to number 5, Gate. What happens when modern military tech meets dragons, magic, and medieval politics? Gate happens, and it's glorious chaos. The story starts with a massive portal opening in Japan, and instead of panicking, the JSDF pulls up like, "All right, boys, field trip." Tanks, helicopters, and artillery roll into a fantasy world and immediately break every single medieval rule of warfare. The protagonist, Itami, is the most chill soldier ever. He just wants to buy figurines, read manga, and not die during the mission. Somehow that makes him the perfect diplomat/problem solver. Gliding into number 4, Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy. This anime said, what if the goddess hated the main character for no reason at all? And honestly, that's the kind of messy energy we love. Makoto gets summoned, insulted immediately, and yeeted into the edge of the world like a piece of expired bread. But plot twist. Makoto is so strong he accidentally breaks the power scale and starts recruiting followers who are borderline demons with job interview energy. Seriously, Tomei and Mio are the most overpowered, loyal, and aggressively chaotic waifus you could ask for. The comedy is top tier. Makoto is trying to be normal, but everything around him spirals into madness. He builds a literal pocket dimension, opens a town, starts teaching archers, and suddenly becomes a walking legend without even realizing it. Sliding into number 3, The 12 Kingdoms. But trust me, number 3, it'll mess with your head in the best way possible. The 12 Kingdoms isn't just Isekai, it's a full epic. This series goes hard on world building with the intensity of a fantasy novel. We're talking complex kingdoms, divine creatures, deep lore, and politics that actually matter. Yoko, our protagonist, gets dragged into another world with zero preparation and zero plot armor. She struggles, mentally, physically, emotionally. Her journey is rough in a very realistic way. She grows not through power-ups but through pain, decisions, and responsibility. Watching her transform from timid student to iron-willed ruler is one of the best character arcs in anime. The world itself is massive and beautifully structured. Every kingdom has its own culture, laws, rulers, and beasts. And unlike most isekai, you feel the weight of everything. The stakes, the consequences, the meaning behind every choice. Arriving at number 2, Konosuba God's Blessing on This Wonderful World. Look, you can't talk about isekai adventure without bringing in the greatest comedy party ever assembled. Konosuba takes every fantasy trope, breaks it, roasts it, and then throws it back at you with chaotic energy. Kazuma is, well, Kazuma. The most average guy who somehow manages to be both useless and clutch depending on the situation. Aqua is beautiful, hilarious, and 99% deadweight. Megumin is a walking explosion addiction. And Darkness, our beloved crusader, is a little too enthusiastic about pain. But that's the magic. This squad should not work together, yet somehow they do. Every quest is more chaotic than the last. From fighting giant frogs to accidentally starting cult-level disasters, this show keeps the adventure fun, stupid, and iconic. Finally, at number 1, Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. The king of modern isekai. Whether you love it, debate it, or side-eye it, Mushoku Tensei changed the genre permanently. Rudeus reincarnates into a magical world with his memories intact, and the series follows his life in raw, unfiltered detail. He's flawed, very flawed, but that's the point. His growth is messy, complicated, emotional, and brilliantly written. The world is massive, starting with small adventures that slowly expand into continent-wide conflict. The magic system is one of the best in anime. You see Rudeus learn spellcasting realistically, training from childhood instead of suddenly becoming a prodigy. The animation? Gorgeous. The fight with the dragon god? Absolute peak. The teleport disaster arc? One of the most intense adventure sequences ever. And that wraps our countdown of the best isekai adventures ever crafted. If your favorite made the list, drop a comment. And if it didn't, argue with me respectfully in the comments like true anime fans. Smash the like button, subscribe for more wild rankings, and I'll catch you in the next adventure-filled breakdown.